God, my button didn't work. Hello, everyone, and welcome to session 7 of The Long Road to Novigrad, a Witcher TTRPG mini campaign. I'm so jealous of you. I want the physical book so bad. Uh, show it up one more time. I want to see it again. It's so beautiful. It's so good. It's so nice. Um, Normally I recap stuff, so I'm kind of at a loss for words because we have a dedicated note taker. So, uh, dedicated note taker, recapper of every campaign he's ever been in. Do you want to recap session 6?
I can try. My notes are not my best work, admittedly, but the important thing is that we started off completing our fight with the Leshing, and I say we like I helped. Everybody,
You did. You've
our
helped with the
Witcher,
wolves.
I did kill a wolf. Our Witcher handled that little problem for us very successfully. It was very cool, and then we had a little bit of discussion and getting to know each other as we um, collected what was good left from that creature, and then decided to head on back to town or head on to the next town. I'm missing something there. And we ran into our Witcher's friend,
I think
whose
Jabir. Jaber.
name I yeah. Could we hear that name one more time?
I think it was Jabber. Jaber.
Jebber.
Jabber.
Jebber. Jebber.
Jebber.
Okay, Jebber. Um, who was basically talking about going to Novigrad and stuff going on there, and sort of the concept of doing some stuff with him. And I think by the end of the session, we knew that we had two sort of main options that we were choosing between for jobs. One of which involved going to a castle, and one of which sounded like it involved some drowners. I think we were less clear on what was in the castle. I was like, I had a vision it was a vampire, and everybody said that's nice. Um, which is a fair reaction, admittedly. And I think that's kind of where we left off. Was going, okay, we'll decide next time which path we'd like to follow here. So I'm sure I'm missing some context there, but that was the
Yeah,
basic
but
basic
basically,
happenings.
that is fairly correct. You're all in the kind of like town home in Mid Cops. And three of you currently sit at a table, discussing your options, discussing the jobs, the likelihood of survival in attacking Crow's Perch. Um, while Averan, your other mage companion, is off in the corner talking to a barmaid, which is where we left off. I believe the last thing that was discussed was the odds of survivability from Vidar to Dorvic and Cinead.
Well, I'm not a fan of going in for certain death. Uh, but if we can get things lined up, I think we could stack the odds in our favor. Especially we've got a mercenary and a witcher, and a couple of yeah. We got a sharpshooter now, and I clap clap oh man, I can't remember your character's
Perfect.
name again. Dorvic. Clap Dorvic on the shoulder.
Right.
We could make our own odds.
I agree. Charging it headlong is the least successful of chances. The big thing is to convince him to hold off.
I think that's your job. You're his friend. He's your friend. So, I mean, if we all do this together, I presume he's going to share the reward with an even split. Um, I'm okay if he wants to just go in by himself, and I'll just not be a part of it. But I think probably if he thinks about it, he'll think of the benefit of working with a group. Otherwise, it seems foolhardy to make an attack so bold as to strike at the full garrison.
Yes.
In the corner, he looks over and sees that Averan has found the cat.
Yeah,
It seems
Averin stopped talking to the barmaid because he got distracted by a cat and is now leaning down, petting the house cat.
Right. Who's my little Prince of Persia? Yes.
If we're to make this work, our better chances would probably be at night and with a distraction.
I think that's a good idea too. At night, fires, alarm bells. There's many things that can remove their guardsmen or focus them in the wrong area. Also, if we talk to Jebra and he's willing to wait till nighttime, then tomorrow morning we have time. We could also go towards the Downers. Get 2 paydays at the same time.
There is that. Is there any other objections or additions to this?
I plan to get as good a night's sleep tonight as I can after the past week or so. It's been rough. I look forward to at least shelter over my head. But in the morning, or if you just find him tonight, I think you've got to convince him to wait for the cover of darkness. Also, how far away is it to the castle from here? Is it like a couple days travel again? I forget.
From Mid-Cops to Crow's Perch. Let's see. From Mid-Cops to you know what? I don't think it'd be that far. I'm looking at the interactive map, and if you left, let's just say you left Mid-Cops at 12 o'clock, you would probably reach Crow's Perch near sundown, maybe 6 o'clock.
Okay, so then we just have to convince him to wait like 4 or 5 hours. We don't even need to have him wait a day. I don't think that'll be too hard, especially if he's can count on a Witcher to help. He probably doesn't have too much expectation for us, but so long as he doesn't use us as fodder.
Vidar, do you think he would do that?
Calling on my memory of Trevor, what's the likelihood of that being the case?
Let me just just look at your information again. Need to go to your background. Just don't move me. Roll me a... Yeah, honestly, deduction. Yeah.
17.
17? I think 17 is pretty good to say that it fairly middle of the road. You've known him for a while, you've been friends. Would he sell, or would he give, like, would he throw you to the wolves knowing you're a witcher who could come back to bite him? Probably not. But he's also a bounty hunter, and they aren't, not necessarily the most trustworthy, but the man's in for the money. With throwing you under the bus and getting you killed, Vidar, less likely than getting anyone else killed.
Yeah. When it comes to me, no. I honestly can't say the same with anybody else.
So if we want to work with him, we have to
We need to sell
see what makes
ourselves.
us, or see what makes us worth not selling out.
And I'll say at this point, Averan, to have you included, you come to the table with likely, 2 mugs of, beer or other alcohol in your hands that you likely got
Right.
for free.
Fair enough.
And you come to the table hearing, we got to do something to make sure we're not going to be killed. You come into this conversation.
Right. So I know about like the concept of us wanting to like go and
Yes, you know about
some of the sport.
Vidar's friend who you met on the road. He's a armored bounty hunter with the way I described it is, Ned Stark's giant ass sword from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
That's what he wields as just his everyday weapon. And he has a bounty for the new Baron of Crow's Perch, which is essentially like a mini fort. And he has asked
No, I
for a
have a
witcher.
question.
Yes.
So this fort that they're wanting us to like have some shit to partake with, is there like a town attached to it or
Yes, I
nearby?
shared the image in the Discord. If you scroll up a little bit, you'll see Crow's Perch.
It's the same town from the Witcher 3 game, if you've
Mhm.
played that one recently.
I have not played. The only Witcher game I played was one.
Okay.
There's one
Um,
there's one entrance into it. Is a town on the bottom, and then it goes around into the fort itself, or the estate, if you will.
well, Averan will laugh and be like, "Well, if we need a distraction, we can always pay off a couple of ladies of the night to distract a couple of guards. I'm sure."
You want to spend your own coin to do that? Figure it would be better spent with ourselves enjoying that here.
Well, I'm sure I could talk to a few of them into, a discount of some kind.
We still need to figure out what the reward is.
You have not been told. That is correct.
Like, if this is chump change, it's not worth the risk. If this better have a decent payment, otherwise, why are we risking our necks out? The way that I understand it, is this, what is he, not a baron? Is he a baron? What's his title? I forget.
He is the new Baron of Crow's
He is the
Perch.
new baron. So it's my understanding he's not the most savory character, and if he were to be removed, as is the plan, he just shouldn't hold too much loyalty amongst his thugs. So chance of fallout is maybe less dangerous than as if he's a beloved ruler of the land. But if we fail, we'll still be executed with no trial if we're caught in attempting to. He looks around. How private are we? Maybe we should be not talking so loud.
I mean, you're in a town home. Like there are other people in here, but you're also, with a witcher.
Yeah, all the same, he's gonna try not to say too many incriminating things.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should just check with him tomorrow, figure out what the cost is. We can go there under the cover of dusk, sunset, strike in the dark. But we need to see if it's worth it to even do that first. If it's not, then we just go hunt some drowners.
Gonna be sitting there kind of thinking roughly what would be the pricing of something like this in all the years he's had to go as a witcher.
Mm-hmm.
He might have some kind of insight on it.
Yeah. You can give me a witcher training.
Nope.
Ooh,
Apparently
yeah. That's rough. I think Vidar, you're better at pricing monsters than you are humans. You could price the hell
Could
out of
I?
a witcher, or out of a
Could I
leshen.
try rolling for that? Just because I kind of a little bit of comes from the dregs of society. Would I know? Should I roll like what streetwise or something like that, or what to expect for basically an assassination job?
Yeah. I can take streetwise.
No mods, or is there a mod?
No modifiers.
Okay, that's a 20.
20. To certain people, I mean, the killings of humans happen all the time. Especially if one has pissed off someone enough to get a bounty on them. Especially a baron. It's not going to be as much as a monster. So like if the leshen price is let's say because I believe I had previously lowered the price because there was a bunch of peasants putting together the change to kill a leshen. So let's say if the leshen price is originally 17,000, so 1,700 crowns. The baron is likely not as much, but potentially still in the 1,500 range.
And we'd be looking at splitting that between 6, right? Because we've got to include Jebber. Or am I miscounting us?
5.
We're a party of 4 plus 1, so it'd
Yeah.
be. So how many crowns, roughly, would I estimate?
Anywhere between 1,000 1,500.
Okay, we'll just say 1,200 just to be even. So that's 240-ish. So probably between 200 and 300 crowns per person. I don't have a great grasp on how much that is, but I mean that's for someone who's hungry for gold. I think that could be enough.
Well, and if we're quiet and we play our cards right, like, we take out the Baron, we find his treasury, it could become a little bit more.
Oh, I like the way that you think, Averan. You're pretty and you're smart. Clap you on the back.
Yeah, you can tell that to my professors.
I hope I do not ever have the luxury of meeting your professors.
Me too.
So I think so I vote that we wake up in the morning and talk to Jebber.
He's gonna look at everybody else before moving to get up and head out. Find Jebber.
Okay. As you walk out of the building to go find your friend, your old friend, he's right where you left him, sitting on a little like stone, corner of like a house essentially. Uh and is whittling away at a piece of wood with one of his daggers.
So you're gonna do your usual thing, aren't you?
If that's going in and seeing how many it takes before they bring me down, I got a target I gotta get to.
Sure. But you also know that's the riskier way.
You don't you don't exactly get old in my business, friend, by playing it safe and letting people know your moves.
No, but they're also geared against frontal assaults, one or many.
I was working on that. I know they only got one entrance. Why, you about to tell me that you got something better than me?
We have a better option that might guarantee a better success. It's gonna have to mean you exercise some patience.
I'm listening.
You have to kind of look at this as a monster because they're acting like one. They're holding it up. They have things around them. You gotta smoke them out. However, in this case, it's people. And they're actively looking out for anything out of the ordinary, anything that might draw their attention, potential threats. You do this at night, and you set a big enough distraction, you might be able to kite most of their forces away.
Not a bad idea.
Fewer forces means fewer numbers on the inside.
We gotta
Meaning
get we gotta get
you'll have a
inside
chance
first.
more people.
You're a witcher. Maybe they got problems. Maybe we can get you inside with these. This is what you're thinking.
I'm thinking the people I'm working with. There was a job for drowners in the morning. Perhaps you would like to see what they can do. Drowners are fairly simple. Ish. You can get your read on them then and see how much your chances of getting your bounty increases if we do it this way.
I'll take you up on that. But if you all die to some drowners, I'm going to be thinking differently of you, my friend.
If we all die to drowners, then clearly we're not as skilled as we think we are.
I won't be staying in there. And he points to a townhouse. But you'll find me outside of town. I am making the decision because of recently watching it. Jebber is a hedge knight from Game of Thrones. He finds a tree and sleeps under it. So I'll be outside of town when you want to come find me in the morning. But I'm willing to take this chance because you're my friend. More importantly, you're a witcher.
I figured.
And he
We'll come
kind of
find you when it's time.
and he goes back to whittling.
And he'll just turn and head back to the others.
Okay. I'll say it's in a couple minutes. You know, the conversation wasn't long. Vidar is gone for maybe 5-6 minutes and then comes back.
In that time, I've gotten a little bit more tipsy. Cinead is very much like feeling relatively safe and relaxing.
Mm-hmm. Your witcher walks back in.
So, you all better make sure you can handle these drowners in the morning. Because whether or not he'll agree to wait edges on that.
Well, if you're able to talk him into waiting, then I think we're in good shape. There'll be a lot of gold for us, boys. Another round.
At this point, I think knowing that what our plan initially is for the future, uh Averan is going to slip out into whatever room they plan on sleeping in that night. If they haven't gotten one, he's gonna pay for one. And then he's gonna start setting up a telecommunicator ritual. Because he wants to try and
Okay.
figure out if there is any information that he can get from any local Medjai about the location, or if because sometimes Medjai get uh you know assigned to certain levels of nobility or royalty or whatever, if this baron has like an advisor or something that we should be worried about.
Oh, that would be bad.
Mm-hmm. So you are using telecommunication, allows another person with a telecommunicator, requires both participants to have a telecommunicator. I'll say you probably get in touch with the last person you contacted, which was one of the teachers in Oxenfurt. I imagine they probably have not a permanent telecommunication ritual up, but a fairly, often used one.
Regularly open, like.
Yeah, so that like same professor, picks up the call. And I imagine, it's got mage ID. It sees Averan Glintlitter is calling. Um and they, answer the telecommunication. Um uh which they answer with not like contempt, but probably like a very, because they're a teacher, so probably kind of like a more annoyed, like uh Mr. Averin Glintlitter, what can I help with now?
Hey, sorry for any you know, uh, persistence, but kind of in a corner. Thought I'd ask for some help. I'm gonna be in. He'll name the region or whatever that he's
Mhm.
thinking about. That it pertains to, and it's like, um, I wanted to know if perhaps there was any like magi advisors in that local like area or whatever that could
Mhm.
potentially assist me if there's anything that you guys know about it.
Roll me an education, please. I require an education. As he peeks into frame.
I had to move my coffee because it was like in the way. 21.
21. Um they respond with no, I do not have any information about any mages or druids or the like in Crow's Perch. If there are any located nearby, I suspect they may be long gone now. Are you safe out there, Averin?
I mean, I haven't had any issues of late. Should I be concerned?
I I don't know concern, but you should be wary. Novigrad, I hear, is setting a lockdown, and I haven't been able to reach some of the alchemists and other uh, other mages out in that region. I'm safe here, of course, in Oxenfurt. This is a protected school, but I would just be safe out there.
Well, thank you. Is there anyone in particular that like you are concerned about that you might want me to like check in on if I'm in the area that you were concerned particular for?
Um, where are you located?
I'll give him kind of like a rough within like a couple of towns of where I'm at, you know? Not like a
Mm-hmm.
dead, like I'm in this town at this moment, but
Yeah.
near this town, heading along the path of kind of thing.
There's an herbalist in the area and an alchemist as well, if you have the time to check in on them. Otherwise, no, there's no one else in that region I could think of. If you are able to make it to Oxenfurt, that I would hope I'd be able to ensure your safety. Yeah, but stay safe. You are quite a ways away from the city.
Ah, thank you very much. I
Indeed.
imagine I'm not really able to get like much more information out of
Yeah,
that.
he does very quickly go to, I have a class I must attend. I hope this was to your satisfaction.
Any help is better than no help. Thank you, kind sir. Enjoy your lecture.
And he will hang up the telecommunication. And I will say the room you guys are going to be sharing a room essentially. It's kind of cramped, and it's like you're sleeping on hay essentially, like little
Mm-hmm.
sleeping bags on hay floors. But it's better than nothing. It's better
Yeah.
than the wilderness.
Hey,
Cinead pretty
Metallica,
much
what are we
does
sleeping
that.
on? Hey, hey, hey.
But
Well,
after.
so
Mhm.
I like so if any of the party essentially sees me using the telecommunicator, especially the newer member, he would offer like, hey, is there anyone that you know that might like that has a telecommunicator that you might want to reach or something? I can set the ritual up.
I haven't had so much contact with mages of your nature.
Yeah, I think Cinead's passed out pretty much after a little bit too much to drink, so he'll be asleep until the morning.
Dar's probably going to do his usual thing of when he's sleeping, quote unquote sleeping, he's just meditating to stay vigilant.
And I do not know if you heard, Averan, but Dorvic has told you that they are not in contact with mages.
I haven't been.
Yeah.
So no, I don't know anyone.
Avon will shrug and be like, okay, fair enough. Like gather the gather and start putting it away.
Before resting for the night, Averan's finishing up, Cinead's passed out, Vidar is going into a meditative state. Is there anything you'd like to do for the night, Dorvic, before you rest with the group?
I don't think so. I think I probably like have some sort of brief prayer thing that I do, but it isn't. It is intentionally non-disruptive.
Mm-hmm.
And then I pile up a little hay, make myself a little cozy spot, and pass out.
Okay. For anyone who is missing any HP, you regain a number of HP equal to your rec stat per day of rest.
Magically healed back up to full, I think.
To my your reflex stat? Oh, rec stat. There it is.
Yes.
I'm back.
Back to full.
What about stamina? How does that regenerate?
I
I think it's
believe-
just back to full.
After
Yeah.
every battle.
After every
Okay.
scene, you get your full stamina back.
Okay.
This game wants to keep you in the fight.
I see that.
I would have you roll Vidar for your vigilance, but nothing happens in the night. Everyone wakes up, maybe a little sore because you're all sleeping on hay. Some of you might not be used to not a bed. But it is a rather restful night.
Oh. I'll pull myself up and look around to see if there's a way to get some breakfast from the town versus having to cook it again. He's kind of trying to enjoy the town as much as he can rather than the constant camping on the road. So if there's a place to get breakfast or food or whatever, he'll do that.
Yes. The very place you are in. Let's see here. Food and drink. A simple meal was 10 crowns.
I'll go ahead and indulge in that. Well, Witcher, you look like you're awake. Where's your friend? You talked to him to wait for us, right?
We'll be meeting him.
You want some? I'll offer some sausage and gruel, whatever it is. It's not
Those
bad.
that-
I think these are actually fresh eggs. All right, Averan, wakey wakey. Dorvic.
Averan crawls out of the hayloft like, you would think I would be not used to haylofts, but I find myself in them quite a lot.
Lucky bastard. Got all the looks, all the charm, all the woman.
Trust
Right.
me, Cinead, the ones that I get aren't the ones that you should be envious of. He like hobbles into the kitchen to get food.
I mean, if you need a priest, I think we have one.
I don't know that I'm not sure I can help.
Did I overhear that you knew a herbalist? Maybe that's what you need then.
That's funny.
Right,
So,
are we all ready?
I think so.
Well, then he's not gonna wait. He's just gonna start moving out the door.
I'll follow, stuffing his face with the rest of his breakfast.
okay. You all leave the little townhome. Cinead stuffing his face full of food. Averan, as you're the last to leave the building, you spy the barmaid again, who gives you one of these as you're walking out.
Yeah, shy wink with a little bit of the hand gesture back for
Mhm.
sure.
But Vidar, you are able to lead the group out of the town a little bit, out of the village, to a similar site. Smoke in the sky from a dwindling campfire. And you find Jebber, similar position when you first met him, sitting under a tree. This time, putting out a flame.
Gotcha. Yeah. He'll find him and move over to him. Just in time to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Quiet night.
Nothing seemed to bother me in the night. Heard some rumors. Nothing that concerns me. Just some more small talk about that other Witcher I was talking about. Guess they passed through before I got here.
I suppose it's a matter of time if we'll run into one another.
When was the last time you saw one of your own? You're rare these days.
Decade or two.
He'll kind of
Not
look past
these
you.
days.
He'll look past you and towards Dorvic, Cinead, and Averan with you. And he kind of addresses the three of you and says, other than the bear here, when was the last time any of you ran into a Witcher?
I don't think I've come across a Witcher before.
He'd be my first.
Well, your kind's already pretty rare, but rare still in a library, so.
I've heard stories, plenty of stories. Vidar is the first live one that I've seen. Though if there were two Witchers, how come he didn't come over and help with the tree guy? I think a Leshen should attract the Witchers. Maybe that's why he was around here. Maybe he knew of it. Or maybe he's after your bounty. The Witchers don't really do that, do they? It's kind of a unique situation.
It depends.
I was
But
just
not
gonna say, Vidar, I think I've just full blown given you this information before. As Cinead says, they don't usually do that kind of thing. One of the most famous Viper Witchers is a Kingslayer assassin. Good old
So,
Letho of Gullet.
I can think of one exception. It's not often, but there was one that you would probably have heard of.
And kind of like outside of Letho, I do think the Vipers are the more assassin Witchers. It's just that Letho is quite literally a Kingslayer.
Yep.
Well, I
And
stand
have you heard
corrected
of
then.
Letho the Kingslayer?
I'll just say for all of you, yes. It is. He's quite the famous, even if you don't know Witchers. Letho of Gullet, also known as just straight up the Kingslayer, is known for assassinating the monarchs of the Northern Realms.
I haven't heard that in a long time. But I guess you're right.
Only remaining sovereign monarch of the four major kingdoms was King Radovid.
Again, it's not normal line of work, but there are exceptions.
Well, it is, your task in life to be slayers of monsters, and kings are no exception. Some would say they are the worst form.
We aren't really trained to slay men, but we're not afraid to do so either.
And Jebber kind of pipes in and says, and from what I've heard of the stories too, it was especially taboo, if you will, for the king slaying. Because I don't think your kind are all too much to get into politics. And he looks directly at Vidar.
No. We don't care which side of the war we're on or which side of a country we're on, as long as there's coin involved and monsters to slay.
Now, myself, on the other hand, that's my job. I hunt humans, I bring them in, or I take their head. And I only bring this up because if there's another Witcher around, the three of you are in for an interesting sighting. Rare enough to be traveling with one, consider one your companion, let alone running into two in the same region.
I've heard some Witchers travel together, though. Is it that odd?
These days,
I've never seen one until this one.
I don't know this one's full story, so it's not my place to say, but they're not common anymore. I know
There was a
better.
period of time where our
Jebber was just gonna say he knows better than to ask a Witcher his life story.
let's just say
Well, we don't have all day.
business wasn't as needed as it was at one point.
He kind of stands up and cracks his back. So, I hear your lot's gonna kill some drowners.
That's the plan. You're gonna help or you're
Okay.
gonna watch?
Oh, I'm gonna watch.
Fine by us. But no cut of the reward. If that's the case.
Who has the bounty post? Who has the target or the contract post?
I don't remember who took it.
I think Vidar might.
I think probably Vidar.
I would have probably grabbed it.
Okay. Vidar.
Yeah.
Edge of the town near the water. Drowner sighting. Total bounty of 60 gold pieces.
Gotcha.
Crowns, 60 crowns, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a week's worth of food. Or days when we split it up.
Yeah, that's funny that you were thinking that, because that's what I was thinking earlier when he said that it was 10 crowns for like a meal or whatnot. I
Basic
was like,
meal, yeah.
Man, like we're gonna be killing a baron for like 3 months worth of food.
Oh, this job's gonna be more to show that having you along is worth it anyway. Come on, you better keep your wits about you. and
Lead the way.
turns, heads in the direction.
All right. Doesn't take long for you to get to the edge of town and the beach, essentially the water. Vidar, give me awareness, please.
Will do. That would be a 24.
24. You can see on the edge of the water 3 drowners. I will share an image when I can, but you see 3 drowners. They are lanky looking, essentially drowned humans, if you will. And there are 3 currently just running around at the edge of the water. With your awareness, you do know that drowners can also pop out from the water themselves, and you do see 3 others kind of hanging on the shoreline, like in the water. 3 of
Yeah.
them actually out of the water, 3 of them are in the water.
He'll stop them all at like a decent distance from the drowners. Probably what he would assume would still be within range of a, I don't know, crossbow.
Yeah.
And then he'll point to the water. Priest, I want you to aim a shot into the water.
Right. Can I do my little ritual thing again? Hold on, not ritual. These have names. My spell, that lets me see stuff even through obstacles.
Yes, your
Nice.
golden eyes.
Interesting.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Just because I figure, why not? Okay, so see creatures that are not natural into this realm. See monsters within 50 meters, even through obstacles. They appear as glowing versions of themselves.
Yeah.
I don't know what the duration is on that, but I spent the stamina.
you do with this, you do see the same as the Witcher. You see the 3 that are running around at the like on the actual beach, and then you do see 3 more that are in the water itself, at the edge
Right.
of just where like the water, just where you are like are gonna have to start swimming in the water is where the 3 drowners are. Nothing else shows up with your brand.
There's 3 in there. Do you have a preference on which I try to hit?
No.
Right.
Once you do, everybody else get ready.
So once it seems like they are ready, I will try to hit it. The thing is that really good shot I had was mostly luck, so we'll see. Okay, this is still my crossbow.
You do you'll get a +5 on this because it's technically an ambush.
Okay.
But if you're firing, are you firing at one of them, one of the ones in the water?
Mm-hmm.
So let's bring it down 2 because of the bolt going into the water. So let's make it a total of a +3.
Are they
I'll take it.
submerged? Or are they like half in, half out?
3 of them are submerged.
They're
3 of them
submerged, okay.
are not.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, I'll take the +3. Someone I need to get an actual bow instead of a crossbow because I'm better at those. But okay. That's a total of 16.
16. Okay. Truly, it was just to make sure you didn't get a fumble because I'm gonna it doesn't know it's coming. It'll hit. So
Sure.
do your damage.
I believe this was like 4d6, right?
Yes.
Oh.
Did I write this down anywhere?
I'm just gonna
I still have it.
for all of them. I mean, none of you are hiding, so really they're all gonna see you, even the one that fumbled. When the others start
Okay.
rushing you.
I don't know what the bonus is because I'm not on the correct page, but I rolled 17. I'm looking for the correct page.
A crossbow, 4d6 plus 2.
So then total of 19 damage.
Total of 19 damage. You fire the crossbow bolt into this drowner who's submerged. Immediately, blood, pools in the water, and it wrenches itself it rips itself from the water and like stands up with a bolt like directly in its chest as it kind of like screeches outwards. Not happy at all. And we will here's what we'll do. I know our Witcher said they'll be right back. So we will be right back as well. We'll jump into this combat when our Witcher is ready. So I'm gonna put us on the starting soon screen again because I do not have a be right back screen. I really need to make one. But when our Witcher's back, we'll be back to start this combat against some drowners. Hello, everyone. We are back and in combat. I'll say for purposes of where you guys are, you're kind of like on the top of like a little water beach cresting hill that goes up, and you're at the
Yeah,
top of that little hill.
How big is the bank to the river? Is there like a slope down, or is it just immediately beach to water?
You're at the top of like a grassy outcropping that you can simply
Mhm.
hop down onto the beach. You're on
Okay,
top of
but
that
then
grassy outcropping.
once you're on the beach, though, it's just like rock or sand, whatever, and then straight. It doesn't drop off into like a
No. It's
flowing river, or
a slope
is it like more
down
shallows?
into shallows and then the
Okay.
river.
Okay.
And the problem is it's less river and more. No, this section is a river. It's a river that flows into a lake. You're near the. You can see the giant lake, so you're kind of near
Mhm.
the edge of the start of the river. But it's not like directly in the water. You can walk. You can wade into the water.
Okay. So it's more like deep rapids areas, more in the center of the river, but the edges are more shallows and calmer a little bit.
Yes.
Okay.
And you're up first, Cinead.
Oh, I am? Okay. So how crossbows shot, they're now alerted to us. How far away are they from us, though?
For purposes of the game, they are the ones on the beach only need to take one movement to get to you. The ones in the water need to take 2 movements to get to you.
Okay, so if they can take one movement to us, can I cast a spell that has a range of 10 meters, which I think is like 5 spaces on a battle map, probably? Like 2 meters is roughly 6 feet.
We'll
So,
say yes.
okay. Then
We're
what I would,
playing loose with ranges, but I'll say yes.
okay. What I'd
Well,
like,
10 meters would be like, what, 30 feet ish?
yeah. Yeah, so it's like
Then
basically a move increment
then
ish.
yes, they're in range.
Well, it's not so much hitting them as Cinead's gonna kind of crouch down, pulling his dagger out with one hand, but he's gonna touch the ground, and I imagine it's just kind of like mushy grass, so he can actually like grab into the ground, just a fistful of mud, and he's going to breathe out the words of his spell, and I'm gonna cast Ice Slick in the area. It's a 2 meter uh, radius, so like a line 2 meters wide, but I want to do it over by where they have to like run across it to get to us. So hopefully that makes it difficult terrain and slippery for them.
All right. Do your spell casting
Okay.
and spend your 2 stam.
There's no targeted zone. I'll just leave that empty. That's
25.
25.
So they have to make an athletics of 25 to not slip.
Yes.
Yes.
And if they slip, then they are prone and take
Mhm.
-2 to their defense, or until they get up.
Indeed.
Which I forgot how much movement it takes to get up. Hopefully, it buys us an extra turn for any that fall. There's only 3 of them out right now
Mm-hmm.
of the water.
Yeah.
So that's what Cinead's doing. So he's drawing a weapon, and then I don't know what the magic words would be, but he like kind of like whispers them, and then kind of trailing over from where his fingertips are to the air, and then spreads out into a wide, like 2 meters wide, not barrier, but yeah.
I have such a dumb joke. And I don't know if I want to say it.
Well, now you got us curious.
I was going to I was gonna say the magic words are for the the ice spell. I was gonna go the magic words that Cinead speaks is you want to know what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. Do the good old Arnie. So that's your turn. You're turning into Arnold
That's
Schwarzenegger, Mr. Freeze.
the Ice
And
Age.
yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Averan, the next mage. As a reminder, 3 of the drowners are on land, 3 of them are in the water. And there's currently a patch of ice covering the ground between you and the drowners on land.
Okay, one of the drowners on land I would like to target with an earthen spike.
Yeah.
Of course, of course. Dodge or block. They are going to try to dodge. So they need to beat a 20. They beat a... Oh, they get a 19.
Oops. First one, which was torso.
So it will be
So
standard damage as the spike pierces the drowner for 18 damage.
through the chest, which is actually amazing because that's
It's
center
like
mass.
perfect. Yeah. That's hard to dislodge yourself
Mhm.
from if you're. It's also fatal if you're a human, like getting stabbed straight through the
Which is very funny
torso.
because it happened to one of the Nilfgaardians and he didn't die immediately.
Maybe not immediately,
Yeah.
but like you're
We're-
not gonna survive long term. Maybe a couple minutes.
Lethal for humans of the real world.
Fair enough.
Vidar.
Well, I don't know.
Oh.
There's some instances of like people getting like steel beams impaled through their
Yeah,
brain and
yeah.
crap, and just like barely surviving.
Yeah.
Humans are actually amazing creatures.
Vidar, you are up. Speaking of an even more amazing creature than a human, a witcher.
Right. How far is the first group?
The first group is 1 movement. There is an ice patch between you and the first group, but I'll say they were kind of separated. They weren't all together in a grouping. I'm gonna roll a d10 real quick. The one that was impaled is the one that is furthest away from the ice patch. That wouldn't require you walking onto the ice to get to him.
I'm just trying to figure out first move.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I know what's gonna be. I'm assuming they're within range, and if I have to, I'll move a little closer without getting into the ice.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm gonna hit one of them with a throwing knife.
Okay.
Gotcha. Hold on. This be under athletics or archery?
I'm almost tempted. I think there are throwing weapons rules. Let me look them up. I might default to small
I think you put
blades. Let's see, because there is rules. I remember opening the ancient tomes and
I remember you because I threw a knife like a couple sessions ago or something, and I don't remember if it was archery or small blades. I think it must have been small blades, but
I think we decided it was small blades. Just because
Okay.
it makes more sense.
I guess I didn't have the skill.
anything. Okay. Anything shot or thrown counts as a ranged weapon. To make ranged attack. Okay, so thrown weapons is its own category. It is dex stat plus weapon skill plus range modifier plus 1d10. So I think for you, it would be dex stat plus weapon skill, which weapon skill would be small blades. So your dex stat plus your small blades plus 1d10.
Gotcha.
And let's see, medium. Because you're not close range, you're not directly up on someone. You're not directly up on them.
There we go.
So I think this would be a medium range. So you would have a -2 to this.
Okay.
We're learning, folks. We're learning as we play.
22.
22. All right. Let me roll the dodge. They have no bonuses. Nope. Why is there a -3
I
in there?
fumbled by 15.
Oh, no. I was going to say, why is there a -3 in there? That's because they rolled a -3.
Uh-huh. Let's see what that fumble chart says.
Just making sure. Okay, yeah, no, they full blown fumbled.
Reflex defending. Your weapon ricochets back and hits you. Roll for location.
What?
He just claws himself after
Greater
getting
than
knifed.
9. Yeah,
Go-
greater than 9. Your weapon ricochets back and hits you.
It's like trying to like fucking claw at the fucking
Either
dagger
that
in space,
or-
and it's just making it
Honestly,
worse.
you know what? Here's how that can be described. You fling the knife, it hits them with such force that it like their arm, just goes back and like smacks into themselves.
I'm assuming it does damage based off of location.
Yeah, so you rolled
So you have
4
to roll.
damage. Let me roll target location for himself. He claws himself in the torso. And how much damage does he deal to himself? 6.
Top of the 4 that I did.
So 10 damage.
Yep.
Boy, I'm glad I don't capture my like Roll20 screen because I have so many tabs open right now
How
that
many
it would
throwing
just be
knives say I have? Just one or
you're
I don't think it.
I'm going to say I legit I think the way I'm going to do this is your Witcher within reason. I will let you decide how many throwing knives you have.
I think he'd keep 4 of them on him.
Then you got 4 throwing knives.
So I'm down to 3. Let me just put the weight of them. Okay.
And
So
like, and I'll say that for everyone. Like, if you have a question for like simple tools or small weaponry, I think it's easier to just say within reason. What do you think you would have? If you say how many swords can I have, I'm gonna be like the 1. Unless you're a Witcher, then the 2. I'm not gonna go within reason. How many swords do you think you would carry? But things like throwing knives, that is a question. I'll say,
Yeah.
I'll leave to you. I'm not gonna tell you. Yeah, you have 1 throwing knife. Congrats, Vidar. You just used it.
gotcha. So assuming it's allowed, because I think it is, I'm gonna spend a stamina to throw another one.
Yes, I think even with crossbows and bows, the only unfortunate thing with crossbows is spend the stamina to reload. But if you have the ability to forego that somehow, you can indeed
Yeah.
spend a stamina to throw or fire again. They will spend a stamina to be able to dodge. They're not beating that, but they can certainly try. They are not.
I mean, technically, it would be what a -3 for an extra one. So even then, it's still not
Yeah.
beating it. Okay, so that's 2 more damage.
2 more damage. Okay.
And that's my turn.
Dorvic.
I think that I'm going to try to fire at the same one I already hit.
The one that is now
in
surfaced
the
from
water,
the
right?
water.
Yep.
Yes. I think that makes sense to just try to knock that guy out.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I think that is only a dexterity. Yeah, that's just a 13.
13. They will dodge. They will not take any negatives for being in the water. Drowners are amphibious. That is a 19.
Okay, so they dodge. And then I will spend a whatever that is, to reload on this turn as well.
A stamina to reload.
Yep.
Okay. The
Get that cycle started.
the drowner group that are in the water, they're gonna essentially, let's see, they are going to run. They're going to use their action to run. So their movement will take them up onto the beach. 2 of them are going to run to your group through the ice. So they're going to do an athletics, and they have to beat, what was it, a 25?
25.
So they have to beat a 25 or fall prone. So the first one, that's an 18. Oh no, that was dodge escape. My bad. The first one is a 22. The second one is a 25.
I don't like this guy.
So one of the drowner that took the bolt to the chest goes running up and slips and falls on his back. One of the healthy drowners is going to sprint up and onto the little like grassy outcropping.
Mhm.
And I think the closest would be Vidar. So they're going to spend a stamina to try and claw at you, Vidar.
Hmm.
So they are going to roll their melee for a
That's
16.
23.
You dodge out of the way. The third drowner is going to run to his buddy who was spiked, and it will spend a stamina to attack the spike.
No, Henry, let me save you.
So it doesn't have any a roll, I believe. It's just gonna take damage. So I'm just gonna roll the damage. Averan, keep track of your spike's health. It has 20 hit points, and it gets dealt 13.
It matters not.
The second drowner group, 2 of them are going to try to run through the ice. So the
Nice.
first one is going to roll a 16. And the second one's going to roll a 20. So they both fall. Currently, 3 drowners are prone, and they get a -2 to any of their defense attempts, correct?
Yeah, that's what I read previously, but they can also just get up 1st.
Mm-hmm. The
I don't know
third
what that costs.
drowner who was spiked is going to try and claw at the spike to rend himself free. For 8 damage.
That's over 20.
Yeah, the spike breaks.
So the spike breaks, and he's going to use his movement to get up on the grassy outcropping, and is going to spend a stamina to claw at Averan.
But wouldn't it have to like roll for the ice lick?
This drowner was apart from I rolled earlier. The one that was spiked was away from the ice.
Yeah, it's only
Okay.
2 meters wide.
Okay.
So you can dodge escape if you have any special shield bubble, but it is going to roll its melee against you for a 17.
Let's do.
What was that?
I think it was Averan, right?
Yeah, against Averan. The one
Where
who
where
spiked
would
him in
I
the chest.
roll
Under
like dodge?
reflexes. Second one underneath it on the skills page.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yes.
Oop.
10.
Oh no, I'm taking that.
You are going to take the damage. Let's see the target location. It is your left leg, so it's gonna deal half damage. So you're gonna, and I always round up as a reminder. You're gonna take half of 13 damage to your left leg.
7.
Yes, as it claws into you. Back to Cinead.
Cinead sees the one drowner get past his ice slick, and so he stands up and then kind of braces himself. And as it's getting close, I've not been attacked yet, but now it's like up in our business, right?
It is currently in Vidar's face.
Okay.
And you ahead of you, there's a drowner in Vidar's face. To the left of you, there's a drowner in Averan's face.
Okay. I feel like Vidar is more capable of handling that than Averin, so I will kind of step over to my mage buddy, and then I'm just going to hold out my hand like with a force push, and I'm going to cast Brunwind's Gust, and I'm going to try to blow the drowner
The spell allows you to knock a
just,
target back a
just
number of
away.
meters equal to the number of points you rolled over their opponent's defense. Okay, so roll your spell casting.
24.
Wouldn't it be funny if he just blew the drowner back onto the broken spike it came?
That would be so funny.
See.
I'm imagining the map. I don't know which directions are which, but if it lines up, if it came from this direction and Avern's here, and I'm on this side, that could line up.
Roll another d6.
Just do in roll 20 if that's cool.
Yep.
3.
So as you cast, what does this look like as you cast this for the first time?
It looks very much like a force push that's centered on the upper torso so that it blows it. I don't know how far he travels, but like the torso is shot backwards so the legs flip up, and then however far back, he just completely knocks it off its feet.
As you send out this force push, it sends this drowner flying backwards. You know, this guttural screech, like the gurgling of water as it screeches, and it connects with a tree, cracks into the tree,
Nice.
and slumps over dead.
You're right, Averin.
Oh yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome so much.
Which, if
That's
that is all from Cinead, speaking of, Averin, you are next. There is a drowner in your Witcher's face. There are 3 drowners prone, and another drowner on the beach, not near the ice.
The one in our Richard's face, like how does it look like it's like full health or like
I
is it
believe
like
yes,
about to die
they do appear to be healthy.
okay. Well,
All the while, Jebber is behind all of you, like leaning up against a tree, watching.
So I'm on Earth and Spike Jabber. No, I'm joking. So yeah. I'm torn between trying to keep the ones that are away and helping our witchery. I think I'm gonna help our witcher. I'm gonna Earth and Spike the one that's like trying to like get in his face.
Boy.
how
Mm-hmm.
sorry. How shallow can you make the earthen spike? Because it's at an angle, but instead of like this or this, could it be like this and get like all the ones on the ice
Yeah,
that are
right.
prone?
I think it's only one target.
Okay.
All right, so roll your spell casting. It has to dodge. So you need to be at a 19.
Okay, I just rolled my stuff, but it's like not. Okay, how about now? There it goes.
23, boy. If you had that 19, I think it would. It goes to the defender, so the drowner would have got it. But we're gonna take the first one, which is a 23, and you deal 9 points of damage. So, Vidar
Oh, I still gotta
suddenly
figure out location or so.
torso.
Okay,
So
yeah.
suddenly,
Not
Vidar, as you're in melee with this drowner, like usual, like what you've seen from your mage companion, a spike made of stone, or no, it's an earthen spike. So I mean, I imagine it's more like just from the earth. It's a stone made of sand, or a spike made of sand. It shapes itself with the earth that you're casting on. So this hard mass spike made of sand spikes through the drowner's chest. Splashing you with drowner blood out of nowhere. Uh, as it goes to your turn.
Gotcha. So the one in front of me is dead now.
The one in front of you is still alive, but they are stuck on a spike.
Ah. Okay. Casting Igni.
you could say I put a pin in the conversation he was trying to have with you.
Hey.
Mm.
I think Igni would. I mean, it's a cone. I think it would be good enough to get the 3 that are on the ice as well. Unfortunately, it
16.
is. I think Igni is going to melt the ice.
That's easily fixable.
Dodge, block, or magical shield. The 3 on the ice are all gonna get a -3. Was it to their dodging?
I'm pretty sure it was a -2 for being prone. I
-2.
moved
Okay.
out of there.
So the first one
Oh yeah,
gets
prone -2 to attacking and
nope.
defense until you take a move action to stand.
First one fumbles by 5. The second one on the ice gets a 16, so I believe they succeed.
Yep.
The third one on the ice gets a 13, and then I'm going to give the one that's impaled a -4. They get a 14. So all but one failed.
Yep. So the one that no major fumble, so nothing
No
happened.
major fumble.
But all the ones that failed get 3 points of damage.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, yeah. Well, fun fact. One of the ones that are on the ice, as the ice melts, they completely combust to a crisp and die. The one on the spike is very burnt, and the one who did not fail, the second one, as the ice melts, is also very, very burnt. I'm not going to be cryptic about this like I would be in D&D. In this moment, you do remember Witcher. Fire, despite being amphibious and living in the water, fire is very good against drowners. They are known to be vulnerable to fire.
Ah. All right then. So Seeing how I can only use one spell, that's my turn. But yep.
Dorvic. The ice has melted. 2 of them are prone. 1 of them is spiked, and there's a third drowner who wasn't on the ice, who is preparing to run to the group.
Does prone mean anything with ranged attacks?
Yeah, -2 to defense. And one of the
Okay,
ones
I'll
that
fire it.
was flamed is the one who still has a bolt in them. That guy's still alive.
This guy's been knocked prone, flamed, shot.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll shoot that guy
Okay.
again. I continue to roll 13s.
It's not their turn, so they do have to spend a stamina to defend. -2. That is still with a -2, a natural 20.
Yeah, that's
So
okay.
they roll out of the way.
Damn it. And I will again. I got stamina to burn, so I'll burn another one to reload.
Okay. So the second group, let's see, there's 1, 2, 4 drowners left. The second group is just the drowner who helped his buddy break out, who is still healthy. He's going to run up to the group. They are they're stupid. They don't know who's doing what. So they're just going to run up to the first person they see, which was following his buddy, who just got blasted backwards, which is going to so it's going to be Cinead. This drowner's going to run up to you, Cinead, and try to claw you. That is a fumble by 2.
I think that's just
Do I roll
no
dodge
major
escape then,
fumble.
or no?
Yeah, that is no major fumble, so you're good. It is going to spend a stamina to try and attack you again, though.
Okay.
It's going to
There's
spend
my dodge
stamina
escape.
to try and attack
18.
you. Ooh, I accidentally rolled its damage. That is a 24.
Ah. Okay.
Let me
So I rolled
roll.
a 18.
Let me roll target location. Your right leg, so you're going to take half of 9.
5 damage.
Drowner group 2. The one that is spiked is gonna try and claw itself out for 9 damage. The other 2 are gonna get up, and they are going to move into melee with you, Vidar, and they're both going to swing.
Okay.
So the first one is a 19,
2,
and
and I
then
will spend that stamina to dodge the other one.
the second one is a Jesus Christ.
Nope.
How many times did that explode?
2 times.
Twice.
It looks like, and then the third
Okay.
was a 4. That's crazy.
So let me roll target location. Torso. If successful, your attack will deal standard damage. Remember, if you have torso armor, you take out of the armor first. And that is going to be 10 damage.
So stopping power of 8. So 2 of that's gonna get through.
So 2 of that's going to get through.
And I think that drops it by 1, or
Yeah, because there is something that to do with the health of your armor. We'll figure that out. Ooh, I forgot about something. Whenever you roll over your opponent's defense by 7 or more, you score a critical wound. I was just
Yep.
reading this.
Yep.
So 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. What is that? What is that a difference by? This might be a deadly crit.
16.
This is a deadly crit.
Hmm.
Oh boy, this is our first crit. Okay. Deadly critical table. So I want to let you know. I think it's a D12. Deadly criticals are horrible.
Yep.
One of them including death.
Yep.
Making me nervous.
And it's a D12, it looks like. You're also going to take an additional because, let's see here. The bonus damage for a deadly critical is 10. So that's going to be an additional 10 damage, which I think... Yeah, no, you already reduced it. So it's going to be an additional 10 damage. Each level, yeah, every time you score... Oh, no. It's a simple difficulty creature. So it's just... I think it's the simple critical table. If it was a deadly monster...
Oh,
yeah, okay. That's how that works. You're going to take an additional 3 damage. And we're going to roll on the simple critical table. Which
hold
doesn't
on.
have death.
Whenever you roll over your opponent's, is it different for monsters then?
Yes, because if the Leshen got a critical strike, it would be the deadly table. But because drowners are a simple creature, it's the simple table.
Okay. So
the extra damage is 3.
get an extra 3 damage on top of the 2. Okay.
Yes. And we're going to roll. So don't worry. None of these are death rolls. I will roll a d12. Boy, that would have been bad if I fucked that up.
I don't see anything for 1.
Yeah, I'm going to re-roll that.
I think
6.
if it's a 1, it just doesn't do anything.
That would make sense, but that's kind of...
I'm arguing this because that could also be the same for us when we do that shit.
Yeah.
Because it's starting with 2 to 3, meaning it's a very, very low chance, much like, the 11 and the 12 of it not doing anything.
You know what?
So it's literally just the bonus damage.
I like that argument, and I will accept that argument. So it's just going to deal a total of 3 extra damage to you.
Because I would say it's the same argument for if it happens when we hit them and crit.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
But
So
if you roll 1,
mm-hmm.
no, they don't get anything on the table because we didn't hit anything on the table.
I like that a lot. Also, Panda, for future, can you screenshot and add the critical rules into the Discord so I can pin them?
I already did.
Because
way up.
Oh, you did? Because I'm pretty sure we should have been using those.
I found them last game.
Okay. So getting over the fear of almost killing the Witcher. Cinead, your go.
So I've just been bitten the leg. Is this drowner still there?
Yes.
I'm just going to take my dagger and just try to plunge it down into its back of it, the nape of its neck. So this will be a standard attack with my poniard. Wait, one. And I'm going to do strong strike for this if I can.
Yep. 15. Okay,
not
it's
great.
dodge escape of a 24.
Okay, can I do the stamina to attack again?
Yep.
Okay, so as it's trying to dodge away, can I still do a strong?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the extra action. Great. Okay, I presume that's not going to hit.
It will. They're not going to spend the stamina to dodge.
Do I roll another damage then? Location?
Yeah, roll
Yep,
location.
Okay, so
So you're going to deal 13 damage. All
is that the
right.
attack though, or the damage? Or is the damage that? Oh, it is 13 on the damage
Yep.
too.
Yep.
Okay,
It automatically rolls the damage when you click the attack.
gotcha.
Oh, and roll a D100. You have a 25% chance to bleed them.
43.
I do not think that does it.
That seems like on the middle of the
Yes.
scale, so neither low or high.
All right. If that is your go, Averan, there's a drowner technically in front of you, and Cinead, and there's 3 behind you.
Like right up on me, behind me, or
No, they're on the Witcher. You have a Witcher between you and the other 3, but there is one
I
directly
think I have.
in front of you on Cinead.
All right. Well, I have helped someone recently, and there's one currently on me. It would be in my best interest to deal with that one. So I am going to try to Earth and Spike that one.
All right, Earthen Spike, the one in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Roll your spellcasting. 18. No, don't worry about the fumble, Panda. It's dead. 22 damage is gonna kill it.
Okay.
Shits and giggles. I'm just gonna look at it anyway
Okay, fair.
because I'm curious. This would be reflex defending. Your weapon takes an 1d6 extra points of reliability damage.
Okay, which isn't anything for.
Oh,
All
I
right.
like tried to like grab at its chest or whatever, and it cut its arm off
Yeah.
because that's what its weapon is, right?
All right, Vidar, you have one in front of you impaled on a spike, and one to the left and one to the right of you.
okay. Assuming I'm allowed to do so, I'm kind of gonna like circle strafe
Mm-hmm.
and just use Igni again
Yup.
to get them all in a cone. While afterwards shouting out, "If you can use fire, do it." That's only gonna be 2 damage, but let me also make sure I mark off the stamina.
Yep. And roll your spellcasting.
Anyway,
It's also 1d6 per stamina point. You have to use 2 stamina. Is it only rolling 1d6? It might only be rolling 1d6.
hold on. Yeah, let me roll another d6. It might have done that to me the last time too. Let me roll up and look.
I think it did.
Yeah, it did. Huh.
Okay, so we have to make a note of that.
Let me up that to 2d6.
And let me
I
roll.
fixed it on there, and I'll just roll another d6.
That's a 21. That's a 17.
Actually, yeah, I'll just.
One impaled.
Oh, that's 7 total.
7 total.
So one manages to escape, the other 2 don't.
The one that is impaled is fried. the one who got the critical on you is burned but alive. He's a bit crispy, and the one who dodges, the way he dodges is he runs behind the one for a split second, despite drowners being known to be unintelligent and dim-witted beasts. There's a split second of intelligence as it runs behind the one that was impaled and uses his corpse as cover.
Lovely. That's gonna be my turn.
Dorvic, there are 2 left. Can you get higher than a 13?
I would, I would love to, for once in my life, roll higher than a 13. Let's find out. Keep rolling the same thing. That's lower than a 13. That's a 10.
Oh no. Okay, well, this one does have to spend his stamina to dodge.
That's what I'm here for, is making sure that they use their stamina.
That's a 14, so it does dodge.
Okay. And I will reload, even though I'm sure they're going to be gone by the time I get back around.
Okay. Listen, you're the priestly word. You're here to guide the party. Is this?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you didn't come here with a crossbow. Who's to say you've, you know?
I should be probably in closer range than I've been, but will I change my mind? No.
The 2 remaining drowners, are just gonna stay in melee with you, Vidar.
No.
And they're both going to swing on you. So the first one is going to be a 16.
Okay. Roll my dodge. That's 20.
And then
yes, I'll spend stamina for the next one.
And the second one will roll an 18.
23.
And you avoid both. Cinead.
So, who killed the ones in front of me? The one in front of me.
There is a giant spike in it. So take your guess.
Thanks, Averan. I'm going to look
Don't
over.
thank me. I was trying to save my own ass.
Yeah. It kind of looks like things are under control. I think I'm just gonna watch a Vidar do his thing at this point. Just kind of like reach down, hold my leg. So, yeah, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna
Okay.
watch the show at this point.
You hear from behind you, Jebber, seeing you do nothing, kind of heckle you a little bit with is that how you're gonna act when you're surrounded by a bunch of hired hands that are looking to murder you?
At that point, Averan will pop off with, "Yeah, we can only have one person sitting next to a tree doing absolutely jack shit."
I was told to watch how you fight, not do the work for you. And it is your turn, Averan.
Uh, is all that's left the ones next to Vidar?
Yes.
Head count on who's injured. Me, Vidar,
Cinead.
and
Cinead's holding
Cinead.
his leg. It's not bad.
Maybe a little bit of Dorvic's pride for not being such a good sharpshooter anymore.
Oh no, I saw him shoot one into like water.
That is true.
That was a
That is
pretty
true.
impressive shot.
That's, you know, good point. Good point.
19 damage, man. I would be sad if I was that drowner. Anyways, so yeah, I guess I'll start with Cinead, and I will take the 2 steps over to him and touch the tip of my staff against his leg.
And you're going to heal 5 points of damage.
Yeah, that's all it needs. I just have some
Oh,
torn trousers.
Why isn't my cursor working? There we go. I still gotta roll the fucking.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, okay. Yeah.
All right. So you are healing Cinead for your turn.
Right.
Vidar.
Alrighty.
And I will say, Vidar, you also hear, mid-fight Jebber's jabs.
Ignoring them because he's just used to it at this point, and probably drawing the silvered sword. He, assuming drawing is not full action.
Let's see. Oh, so you haven't been fighting with it. Yeah.
Nope.
Drawing a weapon is indeed an action.
Okay, then I'll spend the stamina to attack with it.
Okay. The one on the left of you or the one on the right of you? The one on the right of you looks healthier than the one to the left.
Right of me.
Okay. Roll its dodge. Ooh.
Luckily, it's fumbled by 4, so nothing's
Yeah.
gonna happen. But yeah,
All right. So it manages to dodge out of the way.
that's my turn.
Dorvic.
I guess I could try to shoot it again. I could do something. I could try to do something else, but I think I'm just gonna keep trying to shoot it.
They're committed to the
It's
bit
fucking
at this
drowners.
point.
Yep, it's my thing now. Surely one day I will roll so crazy again. It'll be huge. I don't. That's like an 11.
Yeah, it got a 15.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. Once we're out of combat, I would love to help heal people, but
Mhm.
I'm good for now.
The drowners are going to stick on you, Vidar. So the first one is a 16, and assuming you're going to spend the stamina, the second one's a 27.
21 for the first one. So the second one hits.
The second one hits whenever you roll over your opponent's defense by 7 or more. So that is a critical.
Yep.
So the damage is going to be to your left leg. It will deal half of 9 plus 3, so 9, 10, 12 damage reduced to 6.
So my leg.
Yeah, your left leg.
So only one goes through.
Only one goes through, and then the D12. That is a 7. That is for an object. The blow lodged a piece of clothing or armor into your wound, causing an infection. Your recovery and critical healing are quartered. Okay.
Okay.
Stabilizing a critical wound is akin to cauterizing a wound. It requires a first aid roll equal to the healing hands DC of the wound. Once stabilized, the wounded party is at negative, but no longer being killed by the wound. So yeah, your recovery and critical healing are quartered. We'll deal with that when it comes to it.
Yep.
Okay. Cinead, you see as you're watching, as you feel your own leg be healed, you watch as the claws of a drowner slash into the leg of Vidar, and some of his armor, you notice, gets lodged into the wound from the impact.
Okay. I'm going to position myself so that Vidar is not in the line of fire, and I'm going to try to cast Enya again.
Okay.
Well, not again, for the first time this battle.
Are you attacking? Are you sending it at the one to the right or the left of him? The one to the right of
The
him
one to
is
the-
the one who attacked.
It's the one to the left. I think that there's too close in Cinead's
Okay.
mind. So for being conscious of friendly fire, I'm doing the other one.
So it has to beat a 22. It gets a 17. Roll your 4d6.
That's the percentile for chance of fire, and then 46.
Well, it combusts in the flames and dies.
I'm gonna look over at Jabber and
He just like nods his head like a well done. Averan, your turn. There's one drowner left.
And it's in front of Vidar.
It's to the right of him.
Okay. Let me double check something real quick. Oh, okay. I'll move closer to Vidar, like
Mhm.
within 6 meters, but like I'm not gonna make it like obvious to what I'm doing, but like I want it to look to Jabber like I'm just kind of sitting there getting closer and watching and not really doing anything,
Yeah.
but like actually I'm fucking healing Vidar.
Yeah.
So boop, boop. Throw in another one of these for Vidar. Oh, that's there's a duration on that.
so every so many rounds it's healing consistently,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's like 5 per turn.
D10, so
Yeah, you do have to roll a d10
Yeah.
to figure out how long it lasts.
Right. So I will cast that on the deer, and then I will roll the d10.
Oh, that's so funny. I don't know if
6 rounds.
I don't know if I so 5 healing to Vidar. I don't know if I did this in the fight when you guys fought the specters. I may not have known this at the time. Uh Specters are immune to any strike to the legs. So if you I mean granted, it does say you get to roll location again, but if any of you did damage to their legs all those sessions ago, that should not have happened.
I don't think we did.
Oh, but that's funny. Um so Vidar, you're healed for 5, and it is your turn.
I imagine when the heal goes off, like for Vidar, it's like your like amulet hums at like a certain like frequency that's pleasing to you, ensuring you that like you have healing magics going on at the moment.
Would you roll
Doesn't the
for
necklace
spellcasting?
also vibrate?
So only because I just learned this is a simple critical. Apparently, for healing hands, or is this a healing spell specifically?
This is a healing
This is
spell.
this is like full blown fucking magical healing.
Gotcha. Apparently, this is gonna be 4 uses at DC 14 to help with the critical wound, I guess. But I'm
Okay.
reading correctly.
My DC for my cast was 19.
Oh, that's the first one. I think it's. Are you gonna count a round as a usage, or
I
is it
think
4 uses of the spell in general?
hmm. Yeah, cuz it does say for you to be stabilized.
The description says magic healing stimulates the natural healing of a target to heal them at a rate of 5 points of damage per turn. This lasts for a duration of the spell. Alternatively, the spell can be used repeatedly to heal a critical wound.
Yeah,
I
but this
think
is
it's you have
for...
to use the
Oh!
spell multiple times.
Yeah, alternatively, the spell can be used repeatedly to heal a critical wound. So I think you have to either decide if you want to give Vidar the 5 healing, or if you want to use it to not heal him and have it count as a success to get rid of the usage to get rid of the critical, or towards getting rid of the
For
critical.
before combat at the moment, I wanted to just start the 5 per turn duration, but then after combat, I'll start fucking like trying to get rid of the critical.
Okay.
Works.
So your go, Vidar. There's one drowner left.
My turn. Cool. Are they in front of me?
They are.
Yeah, the one to the right of me.
Yep.
Cool. Silver sword.
Indeed.
Shit, I forgot the 3d6 from the last time I hit it. I missed though, didn't I?
You did.
Yep. $22.
You hit it.
Me roll that 3d6. 11 points of damage on top of the 3, so 14 total.
How do you kill the last drowner?
Just take off its head.
Lop it off. It goes flying, lands into the sand. And as the head goes flying, we're gonna end the session here in but a moment. And we'll leave the recovery for next session. We may even speed through it, but as we get ready to end here, Jebber kind of walks up, and like says out loud so everyone can hear, yeah, this'll do. This'll do greatly. Some of you look a little fucked up, but this'll work. And then, as he says that, as you all plan to recover from your wounds and heal, the camera is going to lift upwards through the sky and towards Crow's Perch. Through the little houses, up the pathway towards the estate, inside the estate, and into a large room with a like a large dining table and a center chair, where standing behind the chair is a kind of more built figure, shaved head, this black armor, but not black like the Nilfgaardians, more like just dyed black, like studded leather almost. He has 3 guards who walk in. The camera kind of followed the guards in. And the man says, any updates on The Witcher? With his back turned towards the 3 guards, and one of them says, no, sir. We're hoping he's back any day now. Do you want us to send someone to go after him?" "No, I don't think it of witches to just take the money and run. Maybe send one of you just in case. Recover anything left if that monster killed him." "Understood." And then the 3 guards leave the room, leaving the new Baron, the new Bloody Baron, as the name goes, observing this jagged blade that is on a mantle on his wall. And that is where we will end tonight's session. Before we... Well, I heard the unmuting.
It's me.
Uh,
I'm just coming back for the outro. I wanted to make sure I was here. Sorry.
Oh, yes. Before we officially end, thank you all of you, of course, for joining, as always. Thank you, everyone, for watching. You will all get 5 experience points.
I never spent mine from last week.
You
So
should. We will be back on April 8th to see what is what the party will do going towards Crow's Perch. But until then, farewell, everyone, and do your best to survive the long road to Novigrad. I don't know what an outro for this campaign should be. Goodbye.